everyone, welcome back to my channel. Right, today we are unboxing a brand new espresso machine which our company has imported from Italy. Right, the machine is from the company called Quick Mill. It is a very established Italian espresso machine brand. They have been making espresso machines since 1945, right? So it has been almost how many years? Now it's 2020, so it's about 60 plus 80 years of history of making espresso machine. And what makes Quick Mill special is all the components of the Quick Mill espresso machines are all 100% made in Italy, right? And the quality of the machine is simply fantastic, right? So there's only three words to describe the espresso machine from Quick Mill, which is beauty, quality, and consistency, right? So right now you are seeing the unboxing of the Quick Mill machine, right? The box is really well packed, right? It has all the supporting material to help to cushion any impact during transport. The machine is about the whole packaging is about 30 kilogram, right? And the machine is wrapped in this red color sort of recycled bag kind of material, and it's quite hard to actually bring out the machine by yourself, so you may want to need some help if you happen to purchase this machine, right? Of course, in Singapore, we are the only company that carry the Quick Mill machine. So if you're interested to get one, right, do get in touch with us. We are their distributors in Singapore, right? And we do offer all the technical support and all the warranty cover, right? So and the model that you are looking at right now is called the Quick Mill Rubino, right? It's a E61 group heat exchanger machine. So you will see the quality is really very good. Now we are trying to remove the red color cover for the espresso machine, and you can see that the machine is packed quite well to prevent the machine from getting damaged during shipment. Right, it comes with a box, and the steam wand and the hot water wand is actually being cushioned in a foam to prevent it from moving during the shipping time. And they actually use a thick rubber band to tie everything together, right? The machine that you'll be receiving if you purchase from us will be switched over to the local Singapore plug, and Singapore plug uses the UK plug, which is the 3-pin plug. So you don't have to worry about any conversion. It will have already been converted for you, right? So it's a very sexy and beautiful machine. Everything is stainless steel. And for the power that the machine uses, right, it actually uses the same the voltage and the current requirement as the same as Singapore. So there's nothing to worry about whether the power actually matches the requirement in Singapore, right? We have requested the Quick Mill to give us the same power rating as what we have in Singapore. So the machine will work 100%. Now you are looking at the drip tray, right? It's quite a big and deep drip tray, and at the start you have seen the drip tray cover, right? It's actually laser cut. It's actually very precise, and everything is actually polished. The external is actually mirror polish, and the drip tray is actually magnetic. It actually get attracted to the stainless steel body. So it's actually quite a nice touch. So you can see now the laser cut drip tray cover, right? And now you can see that the foam padding for the steam wand and the hot water spout, they are packed really well to prevent the steam wand and the hot water spout from moving, right, during shipment. So it's really packed super well. Right, the top cover is actually the cover for the water tank, right? So once you remove the top cover, right, you can actually see the water tank, right? The older model, there's actually these tubes that connect the machine reservoir to the water tank, and I think this is a slightly revised model whereby there's no longer the plastic tubing, right? It actually has a direct insert, right, to the plumb below the machine, right? So there's no need to have extra tubing like the standard E61 group machine. This machine has been compared to the Rocket Apartamento, right? And if you are interested to find out the differences between the two machines, right, I'll link in the description below, right? Generally, the two machines are very similar, right? Besides, there are some quite important differences. One of them is definitely the power. The quick mill machine runs at a higher power output, which means to say that the water will reach the temperature in a much shorter time. And now I'm trying to open up the box. I believe that the box should contain the portafilter, the filter baskets. Okay, while I try to open the box, the second difference that the quick mill machine has as compared to the Rocket Apartamento is the boiler, right? The quick mill machine boiler is actually insulated with a lag, so that most of the heat will be retained within the boiler, and there's actually a reduced wastage of power. And just now the one you see is actually the instruction manual, right? It's actually an electronic version whereby you can insert to your USB drive. And this is actually the 58mm temper, right? It has a very nice thick wood trim. It is very heavy, right? And you can see how beautiful the temper is, right? I don't think you get a wood temper from other machines at this price point, right? Right, this is the brush for the shower screen, right? And this is the portafilter, right? I believe it comes with two portafilter, right? This is the single spout one, right? And they have already pre-fitted the single shot baskets, right? So there's actually a way to remove the basket. It's actually to use the other basket and to try to pry it open, right? And the other basket I'm holding on is actually the blind shot basket, whereby you use it for the back flushing of the machine, right? The quality of the portafilter is pretty good. It's very heavy and it's very well made. Yep, this is the back flushing basket that you use when you want to do a maintenance of a machine, right? This is the single shot and single wall filter basket, right? You can see that there's a quick mill imprint on the basket itself. So even the basket is manufactured by quick mill. Right, then it comes with another portafilter, right? And this portafilter is actually the dual spout one, and the double short filter basket is attached together with the double spout portafilter, right? Again, the filter basket is made by Quickmill themselves, right? Everything is made in Italy. Right, so let's try to open up and see. Right, so you can see that the basket is very well made, right, and has the Quickmill logo imprinted and the model number as well, so you know that you are getting the authentic and original stuff and not aftermarket. Right, so that is actually comparing the double shot and the single shot basket. And the Mill Rubino machine does not come with a bottomless portafilter. Right, if you are interested to get one, I will be able to get it for you later on, right, if you decided to purchase the machine from us. Now let's take a closer look at the machine. So you can see that the finishing is really very stunning, right? All the accessories are really well made. It does not come with a milk jug, so you may have to get a milk jug if this is your first espresso machine. Right, that is actually the pressure gauge for the boiler. Right, and this one is the steam knob. In the future, I'll be getting wood trim for the steam knob as an upgrade, which you can purchase separately. The machine also comes with a separate upgrade of flow control, whereby you can install on the E61 group to allow water flow at the various control. So it can actually control how fast or how slow the water flows out from the group head. So as you can see, this is actually the electronic version of the instruction manual, right? So you can just plug this into your USB port in your laptop or your PC, right? And of course, Quickmill machines are made to last for years. We are looking at least 5, 10 years, 20 years, right? Of course, with regular maintenance of the machines, there are some wear and tear parts which have to be replaced eventually, like the gaskets, right? All these will not be covered under warranty, the wear and tear parts, right? So you can see that you can refill the water directly into the water tank at the back once you remove the cover. There is actually a line that tells you the maximum amount of water you can fill up. So when you first started the machine, you have to fill the water all the way to close to the maximum line, right? Then you have to switch on the power. There is actually a power switch next to the steam wand knob. Okay, now the water tank is filled to the maximum. So it says fill the tank under the cup warmer with drinking water, soften if possible. Connect the machine to an electrical socket, switch on the machine with the switch K in one position. So now the machine is at 0 position. So now we switch on. So when you switch on, you can see the green light, and you will hear the pumps. Right, the machine is actually starting to fill the boiler. Okay, now I think the boiler is filled, so you can see that the heating light is on. Right, so maybe you cannot see, so let me shift the machine slightly. This machine is almost 20 kg, right? So it's very heavy.
Yeah.
So you can see that the heater light is now on, right? The instruction says, activate the water brew group lifting the lever B, deliver water from the group to ensure that the circuit has filled correctly. So now, you can see now the group has water coming out, and you can close it. Right, the drip tray is actually pretty big. You can feel quite a lot of water inside here. Right, so now we have to wait for the machine to reach a working temperature indicated by the red light, and the switches off, and the boiler gauge that is to indicate a value between 1 bar and 1.5 bar. So now you can see that the boiler pressure, right, is still at about 0.1 or 0.2. So it takes a while. Right, so when used for the first time with the machine warm, allow an outflow of approximately 0.5 liters to flush the delivery group, activating the coffee delivery. That means after when the machine is warm, right, you are supposed to flush about half a liter of water so that you can flush out all the contaminant that's inside the machine that comes with the machine. It's like flushing the machine with all the foreign materials like dust or whatever particles, right? So they can be flushed away. Right, so now we just have to wait for a short while, right? So when this light, I believe when this light is off, and we can actually check the boiler pressure to see whether the pressure is building up. I can hear the boiler boiling water inside. Can you hear it, Hong Rui? How about Ziying? Can you hear? Okay, come.
像风扇呢。
Yeah, come. You move your ear closer. Can you hear the boiler? Yes? Right? Yes. Hong Rui, go there and see whether you can hear. Oh, you can hear. Okay. By the way, we are all very excited about our newest machine from Quick Mill, right? Quick Mill Italy. Every single component is actually manufactured in Italy, including the stainless steel body, right? This is a full stainless steel body, right? Every component is manufactured in Italy. It's very solid. The machine is very heavy, right? They even come with a wooden temper, right? But the temper is not exactly a flat one, right? You can see that the temper is actually slightly convex out, right? I'm not too sure whether you can see over the camera, right? The normal temper you see is fully flat, but this temper is not fully flat. It's slightly convex. That means slightly curving out, right? The normal temper I have is almost all flat one, right? And it comes with two filter baskets, right? The double shot baskets and the single shot baskets. Of course, both are single wall type. And you can see the Quick Mill print there, right? Made in Italy, right? Everything is made in Italy, right? This is actually the I think the back flush. Oh, you can hear the sound, right? The pressure, this one is still not up yet. Okay, you can see the pressure gauge is actually increasing pressure. Can you see that? Alright. See, can you see? Can you see this needle starting to move? Yep. So now you can see the pressure is building up, right? By right, we should, yeah, by right we should wait until the gauge shows a value between 1 bar to about 1.5 bar. So you can see now it's steadily climbing up. Can you see that? Yep.
Query 0.5.
You can see it's reaching 0.5, right? So we'll wait until it reaches between 1 to 1.5 bar. Then when it's finished heating, we'll flush the group head with half a liter of water. Right, that's actually to flush the delivery group. This is the delivery group. Right, it's still not hot, it's a bit warm already. Right, so this is actually to clean the machine before we start to brew coffee. Yes, Hongwei, you have a question? Oh, the pressure bar, is it? So now let me bring you closer to see the pressure gauge. Right, so my two boys, right, they're all very interested in coffee machines. So they are saying that, oh, this thing, the pressure gauge actually climbs all the way to 1 bar already, right? Okay, so this is the model, right? Quick Mill Rubino, right? It's the model that we carry so far. Yes. Okay, the light is off. The heating light is off. And now if you see the pressure now is between 1 to 1.5 bar, right? So now it's actually at the working temperature. So now what can we do? What are we supposed to do next? We are going to flush to pull the lever. Okay, Hongwei, go and pull the lever. Slowly pull it up. Careful with hot water. Okay, pull all the way up. Okay, now you stop. Can you see hot water? Don't touch it, it's very hot. Okay, so now we just let it flush for a short while. Okay? Yes. You can see that the steam is forming. Can you see that? It's getting warm, right? Okay, Hongwei, can you stop the lever? Yes, push all the way down. Yes, that's how you stop it. Good job. Okay? So what do you think we should do now? Let's make some coffee. Right, so we're gonna use this and a double shot basket. Right, let's flush the blind shots. Right, this is different, so this group head is very hot. Wow. Oh, okay, so now let's try to flush the group head again. Yes. What's the thing below? Okay. This is the whole group head here. This is called the E61 group. Right, so you can see the heater is heated up again, like heater light is out again. So you can see the heat up is very fast. So now the boiler is ready. You mean the red light? Okay, the first light is the heating light. The second light is the water light. That means when the water tank is empty, this light will be on.
What light is it?
You can see it's heating up again.
Is it blue light?
So it's constantly heating the water.
Is it blue light?
I don't know what's the color. Okay, so now let's pour away the water. Okay. Okay, so let's grind some coffee.
Heating lights off. You can have 10 feet.
Later. This is our, okay, it's a bit messy, but never mind, this is our first time. By the way, the grinder I'm using now is still the Smart Grinder Pro, right, from review. Right, let's see whether the grind is good. Right, I'm dosing about 20 gram. Ziying, later I clean, it's okay, thank you.
It's already 10 o'clock.
Yeah, so later you're gonna sleep already. Okay, so I don't know whether you can see this, but let me try to lower the camera for you to see what we're actually doing. I can now I understand why you need to have a convex temper, because when I turn, I can feel that some parts are uneven and some parts are more even. So when I turn it, I can feel that it's now all even. Okay, so let's try. Okay, now I need to get my espresso cup. Okay, I'm not too sure whether this cup can hold. Not even hold. Let's change the cup. Okay, so let's try, right? So by right, when I engage, I should allow pre-infusion first. This is not a very nice shot because it runs really fast.
Not funny.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you can see the actually disperse water out. So I'm quite sure this is not a very good shot.
Sneezing water out.
Right, so you can see the shot is not very good, but I'm still going to try it. It's slightly sour and a bit on a bitter, it's a bit bitter as well. Okay.
Don't have water anymore.
Okay, let's try to pull another shot. Right, this time I think we grind slightly finer.
Finer, sir.
No, finer. So let's.
Where says what?
Oh, you can see the part is very watery. Right?
Then you will give me coffee bean for in case.
好，等一下。So let's take a look at the puck. The puck is quite wet, but it has got a shape actually. That's not too bad for the first shot. Okay, let's run a second shot. Okay, this is really bitter. Not sour, but it's bitter, right?
In case you read it.那个80.2是我弄的。
So we're gonna put about 20 grams. But this time we're gonna reduce the grind size slightly. Okay, let's try to change this to a single spoon. This is actually how you remove the filter basket,
Use
right?
a spoon.
No, you can use the same basket. Try to open it. Right, so now I'm gonna wash this later. Right, so let me try to still use the same basket. Right, but now I try to flush with water first.
Okay, this one looks weird. Now can I go 10 later?
Later.
It looks weird.
So now let me, yeah, it's a single side one. Right, so let me get a cloth. Now let's clean this up. Right, it's our first shot. So same thing. I will probably make something to dose to be a doser. Now it's a bit difficult. So again, we dose about 20 grams, right? 20 grams, I do not know. Let's try 20 grams first. See whether is it too much for this basket.
Daddy, now can I tell?
No. I'm still learning, so can you wait?
Okay.
Oh, so we all learn together, right? Okay, so
Okay,
let's try to time this.
they're not old enough. Maybe older.
Okay, so let's try for a second shot. Now I'm using the single spout one. Still learning where is the entry point.
You should mark it with a blue marker.
Okay, let me dump this away. Okay, let's do it with a shot glass.
Is this glass?
Okay, so
Yes.
okay, now same thing. We're going to try to do a pre-infusion. One, two, three, four. It's still flowing a bit fast. Yeah, still flow very quite fast. Okay, Hongwei, can you give me a spoon, please?
Teaspoon, okay, boss.
Wow, the steam is very powerful.
Let me see.
Hot water, let's try to test the hot water as well.
It's too late for the steam.
No, later I'll show Coco the steam, okay? Now let's test the hot water. Wow.
Put tea.
Wow, you can make tea with this, right? The flow of hot water is much faster. Now only you see the steam. Wow, it's very powerful, huh? Okay, so yeah, okay, the spoon is here. So let's taste the espresso shot as compared to the first one. Definitely better than the first shot. It's not as harsh. I can taste the sweetness in the espresso. It's actually not too bad. Right, this is only our second shot, and I think the espresso is definitely drinkable. Yeah, and I'm using my brewing grinder, right? Not too bad. So, right, you can see the pulp is still a bit wet. So let's dump this again. Right. If you look at the pulp, right, it actually forms quite a nice shape. Right. Yeah, which means we'll be dosing around 20 grams for this machine. Right, okay, let's make a latte and froth some milk, right? The Rubino doesn't come with a milk jug, right? So it only comes with two portafilter, one single spout, one double spout, a wooden temper,
Of the coffee.
and you probably need to get your own milk jug, right? So let me get one. Okay, now let's try to use the bottomless portafilter, right, which I purchased separately. Right, this doesn't come with the quick mill machine. Right, so if you are interested to get one, this is 58 mm. Right, I'm using the quick mill basket, right, but the bottomless portafilter comes from a separate purchase, right? It doesn't come with quick mill. Right, so let me go and grind some coffee powder. right? The Smart Grinder Pro from Breville. The kind of coffee ground they produce is quite clumpy, right? It comes in clumps, so I think it's not a really good paired up with the Rubino, right? So, but let's still give it a try. So now I'm trying to use I use a slightly different beans, right? These are freshly roasted coffee beans from Kenya, Peaberry, right? It's a medium to medium roast. So let's give it a try. Okay, so I think that's about it. Let's try to run a shot. Let's put a skill on. Okay, let's bring the camera closer. Okay, the shot looks pretty decent, right? There's no squirting around, right? And let's check out the coffee. It's not too bad. Okay, now let's try to drink it. I think because this is a light to medium roast coffee, so the coffee is slightly on the sour side. Okay, let's try to run with some water. Right, cheers. It actually make a very good cup of Americano, right? I can taste the sweetness. It's actually very pleasant. I can taste the fruity and the citrus note, which I actually usually can only get from pour over V60, but now with espresso I can actually still taste the fruitiness and the citrus. It's not very sour, but it's, you know, the fruity kind of the taste note, right? It's actually quite nice. Okay, I think that's all for today, right? So this is our first time using the machine. We have pulled 3 shots so far, right? The first shot using the double spouts that comes with quick mill, right? Then the second shot we pull is slightly better. We use a single spout, right? And the last shot that we pull is using the bottomless portafilter, right? Which I purchased it separately, right? This doesn't come with the quick mill machine, right? So the third shot is actually pretty good. So more or less, I roughly know the grind size setting for the Kenya beans, right? The Kenya pea berries, and it can produce quite a decent cup of espresso. And with hot water, right, it actually make a very good cup of Americano. Right, so thank you for watching, and that's all for you tonight. And hope you have a good day.